Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and some breaking news from Greg Auman of Fox Sports is Todd Bowles just said to the media that he does not expect Mike Evans to be back before the team's Week 11 bye week. That means that Mike Evans will miss the next 3 games with the chance of returning in Week 12 against the New York Giants. Todd Bowles did also say that Chris Godwin will undergo surgery on his ankle. He said that he's probably out for the year, leaving slight opening for the chance of returning late in the playoffs. So, the Bucs are going to be without their top 2 wide receivers, at least for the next 3 weeks. And then after that, maybe Mike Evans can come back. But we've talked about the Chris Godwin. Terrible news with that. Obviously, now Mike Evans dealing with his hamstring injury. I do believe that this means Mike Evans will not hit 1,000 yards this year. He would have to go absolutely crazy in those final few games to do so. So it seems like Mike Evans isn't going to hit 1,000 yards this year. Chris Godwin was having a fantastic year. Now he's out for the year. This sucks a lot for the Bucs wide receiver room. I mean, it's absolutely devastating. It's absolutely terrible. Any way you slice it, right? Any way you slice it. Now you're going to be without your top 2 wide receivers, your number 1 wide receiver for the next 3 weeks, your star number 2 wide receiver for the rest of the season. So the Bucs are not in the best scenario right now in their wide receiver room. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, look, this is going to mean more opportunities for Jalen McMillan, for Trey Palmer, for Sterling Shepard, maybe even some practice squad guys like Marquez Callaway, Ryan Miller, Tanner Canu. I don't know if they're going to put Mike Evans on the IR, but this isn't great for the offense. Liam Cohen's going to have to really dip into his bag. Baker Mayfield is going to have to lead this team like he's never had to lead this team before. The running backs are going to have to continue to step up. Cade Otton is going to have to step up. You're going to have to pull on what you have left, right? And you've got a talented running back trio. You just have a tight end coming off of a 100-yard game. You've got guys with some really good potential, with good size in McMillan and Palmer. And you've got an OC who's been able to dial up some really, really good plays as well, and a quarterback who leads the league in passing touchdowns so far this year. But it cannot be understated how huge of a loss this is for the Bucs. With not just Godwin being out for the year, I talked about that in a separate video, but now Evans being out for at least the next 3 weeks as well. And you have a game which basically is probably going to decide the division against the Falcons. Horrible news, man. Horrible news. So we will see how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can adjust. I've got a couple of videos coming out tomorrow and maybe one today about what the Bucs' options are for adding a wide receiver. I fully expect them to add somebody, be it via trade or free agency. And we're just going to have to wait and see how the Buccaneers can adjust and adapt and overcome. Todd Bowles said that the message to the team's other receivers is we're not going to ask them to be Mike and Chris. We feel comfortable with the guys we feel comfortable with the guys in the building. Bowles says of the team's hesitation to make a major move at significant expense to add a top receiver from another team. So I don't think they're going to add a top guy, but they might go out and go sign somebody. They may go out and make a low tier trade. And it does make sense. Like, I like McMillan, I like Palmer, and you can't have them be Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So Liam Cohen's going to have to get creative. He's going to have to get creative, and we're going to see if he's going to be able to do so. So, folks, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.